Earth is home to many creatures. Some may even consider a few of them monsters. But what of those more elusive and hidden creatures? The ones we just can't seem to find. Welcome to Monday Morning Monsters. Cryptozoologist and paranormal researcher Barnaby Jones talks about the unknown, mythical, undiscovered, and unidentified creatures from around the world, and the people who have seen them, look for them, and research them. Hear from witnesses about their encounters, as well as renowned names in the field about their work and research. Barnaby is the founder and lead investigator for Cryptids, Anomalies, and the Paranormal Society based in Wisconsin. CAPS travels across Wisconsin and beyond looking for connections between different phenomena and how they can all be connected. Now, your host of Monday Morning Monsters, Barnaby Jones.
Good morning, monsters. How's everybody doing out there? I got a great show here today. I have a great guest. So we're going to get to that in just a little bit. I have a couple announcements here at the beginning of the show. And here we go. So I have On the Trail of Undiscovered Beasts on Paraflix. Paraflix is an all paranormal streaming platform similar to Netflix. But it is all paranormal, cryptids, and weird stuff. If you guys haven't subscribed, it is $3.99 a month. And if you use the promo code CAPS10, you'll get 10% off your first 3 months. On the Trail of Undiscovered Beasts Season 1 is up and streaming now. It is all about Bigfoot in Wisconsin. Season 2 will be coming this fall, and we'll cover cryptids and beasts from around the country. We have been filming all kinds of cool new stuff from Kentucky and Ohio and all over Missouri. Missouri, yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. Mississippi isn't the state. I was thinking Mississippi. Missouri is correct. I don't know what I'm doing yet. All right, guys, if you want to show your support for Cryptids, Anomalies, and the Paranormal Society, my other podcast, Whispers from the Dark, on the Trail of Undiscovered Beasts, or right here on Monday Morning Monsters, you can show that, you can wear it, you can display it proudly. Head on over to our store at wisconsincaps.com. Click on Shop Our Store, and you can get logos of all of your favorite shows on your t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, magnets, stickers, mugs, tote bags, tank tops, pillows, and more. We're going to be adding some cool new stuff to that store as well. If you want, you can head over to tpublic.com/user/Wisconsin, spelled out CAPS. And you can get all of that right there. While you're online, make sure that you follow us on all of your social media platforms. We are Whispers from the Dark, has its own page, as well as Monday Morning Monsters. You can search those out directly. Otherwise, Wisconsin Caps on Patreon, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, or WI Caps on Instagram. All those links are at wisconsincaps.com. Coming up in just a couple days, weeks, I don't know, soon, we are, yes, you want a Wisconsin Caps magnet for your Jeep. Ooh, yeah. They're on our website. You can get them. I don't know if they'll fade or not, though. They're not really a waterproof bumper sticker style. They're stickers, though. Ooh. Sorry, I'm reading about comments. Okay. Anyway, back to the thing. I am very distracted this morning. I am very hyper. I have had a lot of caffeine already. So, Ohio Bigfoot Conference, May 6th, 2023. We are going to Salt Fork, Ohio. That's right. The annual Ohio Bigfoot Conference is May 6th. A lot of great speakers there, including Cliff Barrickman and Renee Holland from Finding Bigfoot. And I don't have the graphic showing all the guests, but if you don't have tickets already for this, unfortunately, the tickets for the speakers are all sold out, but you can come to the vendor area, and we will have a booth in the vendor area. If you're in Ohio, you can come out and meet me, and Ma will also be at this event. That's it for our team that will be there. So Ohio, May 6th. And then, guys, we are going to the Hodag Heritage Festival. You get to see a lot of our team is probably going to be at this event. We have a booth there. T. Krulos is going to be speaking. He was a guest on this show. And also Chad Lewis will be there speaking. And Carrie Bladorn will be speaking as well about the history of Hodags and such. They're going to have bus tours and vendors and food trucks and a lot of great stuff. This is the 3rd annual. It was a lot of fun the last couple of years that we've gone. We've been to all of them. I was a speaker last year, so you got that too. May 20th, Saturday. If you want to go out bigfooting with the CAPS team, that's right, you can come out into the woods and go bigfooting with myself and other members of our team. May 20th, after Hodag Heritage Festival, we are going out into the Rhinelander area, and you guys can come along. Tickets are available. We just want a limited number of people coming out there. We're not going to tell you where we're taking you until you guys come out and check it out with us, because we don't want contamination and stuff like that. But we're going to show you some interesting stuff that we found, tell you some stories, tell you some history. And tickets for that are on our website under public events page. And you can get them. I don't think they're too much. I think they're like 15 or 20 bucks to come out. And we're going to take you out and show you around the Rhinelander Bigfoot stuff. So if you want to come bigfooting with the CAPS team and myself, May 20th in Rhinelander, get your tickets on our website. I never promote that, so I'm promoting it now. Then June 3rd, we head to Canton, Ohio for the first ever Small Town Monsters Monster Fest. Look at the lineup for this. 2 of our past guests here, Alexander Petikoff and Eli Watson, are both going to be there. Lyle Blackburn, Lauren Coleman, Cliff Barrickman, Amy Boo, who is my guest next week on the show right down here. She will be there as well. So, a lot of other great people. Seth Breedlove, the creator of Small Town Monsters, will be there. It's going to be a great event. This is the first ever downtown Canton, Ohio Monster Fest. And then June 9th and 10th, we head up to Marinette, Menominee, Michigan for the Marinette, Menominee Bigfoot and Paranormal Convention. Angela Zabel will be giving a psychic gallery reading. She will be one of our speakers, along with Chad Lewis, myself, and Christopher Noel. Christopher Noel is a very avid Bigfoot researcher. He has a lot of very interesting theories on Sasquatch and their behavior and their kind of psychology. So that's really cool. Sponsored by Paraflix, Paralinked.com, Ravenwood Gardens LLC, of course, Cryptids, Anomalies, and the Paranormal Society, and American Ghost Walks. And then June 17th, we are going to the Paranormal Convention, Chicago Paranormal Convention, June 17th in Chicagoland. $1 admission. There's a lot of great things going on at this event. So if you guys can come down and check that out, Chad Lewis will be there as well, and myself. So we'll both be down there again, and a bunch of the CAPS team will be at this event as well. And my Paracon in Sault Ste. Marie is coming up in August. Great Lakes Paranormal Convention in Glen Beulah, Wisconsin. A lot of great paranormal tours and stuff. Still tickets available for that, and Chad Lewis and myself will be there as well. We're just going to tour with Chad Lewis all summer because he's going to be at almost every event that I'm going to be at. That's awesome. All right. And then CryptidCon in Lexington, Kentucky wraps up our year currently. I do have a couple other events coming up. I will be in Kenosha, Wisconsin, doing a library talk on October 6th. And I got to get that added to my thing here, but they haven't released that publicly yet. So I will be in Kenosha on October 6th. Okay. Sorry, I won't be able to make the Rhinelander event. I see. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Marinette, Menominee. Awesome. Yep, I did see you were there. We're going to be sending out information on the dinner for the Marinette, Menominee event in a couple weeks here. And you guys can get all the information on that as well. If you want to have dinner with me, not that way. If you want to have dinner with me at the Marinette Menominee Bigfoot Convention, VIP tickets are on sale now. You have to get them before May 15th, I think, is the cutoff to get your ticket with myself and Angela and Chad and Christopher Noel. We're all gonna be at that event, and you guys can have dinner with us the Friday prior to the Marinette Menominee Bigfoot Convention. So, all right. So apparently, my guest today was supposed to be Jessie Lee, and she was a Bigfoot researcher from New England area, but she had a issue and had to reschedule. So we have talked about doing like a Q&A show for a little while. So my guest today is going to come on, and we're going to have a lot of fun because we've been wanting to do this for a little while, or at least I have. And so I got to read. I guess I have to read this whole bio because he sent it to me. So hang on. I have to pull it up so I can read it. There we go. Now I have to do this proud because, you know, get right up close to the microphone. Chances are you would have found him in a mysterious abandoned home, walls yellowed by age and doors teetering precariously on their hinges. Maybe a murder occurred, or perhaps a fire. Whatever the case, Todd Bates was on the scene for a singular task: listening for the voices of the dead. Now retired from the field, Todd takes his knowledge gained and shares it in his amazing audience on his radio show, Haunted Voices. Todd's passion is, and forever will be, EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon, commonly referred to as EVP. Our spirit voice is captured on digital or analog recording devices that was not heard with the naked ear. For Todd, collecting this specialized evidence of paranormal origin is a life calling. After years of personally investigating the mysteries of EVPs and studying under pioneering figures in the field, Sarah Estep and Jason Snyder, he took his passion to the internet. Now, in his 18th year, Haunted Voices has quickly grown to be one of the oldest paranormal shows on the internet today. Todd Bates owns and operates WLTK-DB Talk Radio, a paranormal talk digital radio station and broadcast live, and original programming to its ever-growing audience of like-minded people. That's where you're listening to this right now. You are listening to this radio show. So if you didn't know that, that's what you're doing. Todd is the author of The Haunted Voice, an autobiography about his life, how he became involved with the paranormal, his battle with alcoholism, and more. The book can be found online at toddmichaelbates.com. And it's on sale right now, too, just in case you didn't know. It's a great deal. You can get an autographed copy. He'll tell you all about it. I hope you're enjoying this, Todd. Currently, Todd is the narrator for Ghost Finders, past advisor for A Haunting on the Discovery Channel, and WTHI-TV, a CBS affiliate, The Ashmore Experiment, a 2-day event. And he appeared on WOABC affiliate. All right, last paragraph, then we're done. Then we're gonna get to this. Broadcasting graduate, Todd currently has 17 years of broadcasting experience under the Haunted Voices radio brand and enjoys discussing all things paranormal with his guests and audience. Todd's radio hosting career began with Dr. Ed Kraft of Magic Mind Radio. He was offered a co-host spot with Dr. Jimmy Lowry of Alabama Paraspiritual Radio. Try saying that 5 times fast. APSR Radio. That's better. He was given the opportunity to host his own live show on the BBS Radio Network, where he discussed all topics paranormal. He has since appeared on The Man Cow Show, WTAY-FM, WTYEAM, Crawford County, Illinois, WZPL 99.5, Indianapolis, X Zone Radio, Voice of America, The Jeff Reese Show, Each has been a valuable experience to share his vast knowledge of the paranormal. And now we are honored to have him today. Please welcome my guest, the station producer, Todd Bates. You know,
you nailed it, Barnaby. You, you didn't have to read the whole thing.
It says you don't have to read the whole thing.
Oh, that was awesome. I've never had it.
This is a whole page.
That was awesome. Holy cow. You nailed it.
I proofread that a couple times so I would be able to do that, and I still messed up a few things.
You nailed it. You did awesome with that.
Thank you.
Oh.
Todd, welcome to my show.
It's great to be here. Thank you for having me. It's nice to sit down and talk to you, Barnaby.
Absolutely. So for those of you who watch my show and none of the other shows on the network, Todd is the guy that I'm always yelling at in the background that you never see. And he's the one that when a guest pops up and then pops back down or up and down the other way, that's because we're fighting over who's bringing them up and down and starting videos and stuff.
Yep, that's the nature of the beast.
Man, Todd, like I said, I have wanted to have you on for a while. And, I always planned on it. And I think this is the perfect opportunity because I know we had talked last week about stuff that was coming up with me. And I want to throw this out there because I feel like, having you on is the perfect opportunity to, get that out of the way.
Sure.
So before we get into all this, guys, I want to let everybody know that, I love Todd. Todd, you have been awesome as far as producer and helpful and the opportunities on this station. And this is nothing personal at all. We talked about this before and after the show last week, but I have been offered a huge opportunity with another radio network. And I will, thank you. I will be running my last show on WLTK Talk Radio the end of April. And then May, I will be moving over to another network. And we can talk about that some other time, and I'll post and share about it. But
you'll be missed, Barnaby.
So will you. I mean, I sincerely enjoy our conversations before and after the shows, and just working behind the scenes. And Lee, no, don't worry. My show actually will be the exact same time and day as it is now, but because it's on a I can't do both. I'm kind of under a non-compete contract now. Yeah. Unfortunately, Todd wouldn't meet my high standards of price to continue the show. It's hard to not beat nothing. So, I mean, I'm doing this because I love what I do and getting the chance to talk to everyone. And I was offered basically a paid position to do another show. Yeah. And so this is the first time I've actually promoted this publicly. So I will actually be moving over to Doug Hychek's station. And that is Untold Radio AM. And for those of you who didn't watch a couple weeks ago, I had Doug Hychek on, and he's the creator of Monster Quest and just a huge guy in the field and stuff. And after being on my show, he wanted to offer me a position over there. So, I mean, nothing against
I think it's phenomenal. I have nothing against the host on this station bettering themselves. I mean, it's a tough world out there. You've got to do what's best for you, and yeah, you'll be missed. You'll be missed. You're an asset to the station, but I wish you the very best. Absolutely.
Thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate that. And like I said, it's no hard feelings. I mean, there's been nothing wrong with this station, nothing at all. I couldn't ask for a better, team. And I mean, it feels like a family, all the other, hosts and stuff on this network. And I'll be back on this network. I mean, I'll be on other shows and stuff because I already got that scheduled. And I still want one of those. I still want one of his electric bikes. All right. He if you message him, yeah, I actually talked to him about that off air too. If you message him, you can get the hookup on that, Lee. So again, next week I have Amy Boo from Project Zoobook on, and then my final show will be here in 2 weeks with Ken Gerhard. So looking forward
Wow, with
to
a
both.
bang, my friend.
Oh yeah, man. He was the week that I agreed and decided to come and start this show on this network. I was actually riding in the car with Ken Gerhard.
Wow.
Yeah, that was just under a year ago. We started this. I think my first show was in late June or July. But yeah, I was hanging out with Ken Gerhard at a convention, actually the Marinette Menominee Bigfoot convention, and I was his chauffeur for the weekend. So yeah,
That's cool. That's damn cool.
it is. So all that's out of the way. So you guys can find me same time, same place, and you know, I'll be around. I just won't be aired on this anymore. I feel bad. I really do feel bad about that because like I
Don't
said,
feel bad at all. You're bettering yourself. That's what's important, Barnaby. You go over to those greener pastures, my friend, and you always have a home here with us if things don't work out. You know that.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. So I should also mention before we get into this, Wednesday I will be on the self-care show here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I will,
and that is going to be a good show.
You get 2 times the Barnaby this week on WLTK. So that's Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I will be over there talking about paranormal and other stuff. So, but yeah, Todd, let's get into you because you're my guest, and you know we can just talk all day, and that's the problem. So,
Oh, yeah.
so Todd, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not much into cryptids. I know enough to be dangerous. I'm familiar with Bigfoot, Yeti, things like that, Chupacabra, but the Hodag, you taught me the Hodag, Barnaby, and you know, I've always focused on the ghost aspect of it. I've always focused on electronic voice phenomenon. That's always been my favorite. There's so many things we can talk about. I mean, I haven't had any kind of cryptid experiences. My son-in-law is a die-hard Bigfoot researcher. He goes out there and does his thing, and we still have to get in touch with you. There's been some reported sightings down here around. It's a state park called Sampar, and there's been 3 people that have witnessed these things there. But I mainly stick with the paranormal side, the ghost and aspect side. That seems to be my forte. I'm a skeptic by heart. I was skeptical when I first came in. I didn't believe in any of this crap. Are you kidding me? There's no way. And then the experience happened. I had an experience where I heard something with the recorder, but not my naked ear. And that's when the obsession began. It's like, how in the hell did I hear that on that recorder? And it's so clear, yet I didn't hear it. And then it just snowballed. It snowballed. I reached out to so many different people. Back then, there was just dial-up internet. You know, it took 5 minutes to send an email. But you find these people that are out there, and there were a few veterans that took me under their wing, helped me out. And that's right, Lee. It was a horse.
What is this horse doing down here? A horse. And I'm looking at that going, what does a horse have to do with this story? I don't.
It was a horse. The first EVP was a horse. I captured a horse in a stable at a tour, a general tour. That's what got me into it. I was talked into going to it. And then that sound just skyrocketed. And, you know, I learned about the ABC classification system from Sarah E. Stepp. She taught me all about recording and analog recording. Jason Snyder taught me all the equipment, what to do, what not to do. There's so many people took me under.
Apparently, I need to listen to more shows. I gotta admit, I haven't got your book because I have this whole shelf of books back
You've
here.
got enough.
I've read 2 of them.
And one thing before we go, Barnaby,
Yeah.
I want to know what some of that stuff is behind you.
Yeah.
We're going to
definitely.
play show and tell.
We're gonna play show and tell. Yep.
Because I've been curious ever since you made that. So, but the paranormal kind of skyrocketed for me. I joined a team, local team here, and then kind of branched out on my own and did a separate territory, because, you know, paranormal teams can be pretty damn territorial.
Mhm.
And I did my own territory. We adopted an old theater in Vincennes, Indiana, and just kind of ran tours through there, did experiments through there, and then just kind of branched out and went to different places. What I'm most known for is a place called the Sally House. It's a little hell house on earth in Atchison, Kansas. Now it's pretty much a bed and damn breakfast. You just kind of go there, get your haunt, get yourself fed, and leave. It's sad on what a lot of these locations did. They have greed. It's greed. I understand upkeep. I understand it takes money to put a new roof on, to put new siding on, and so forth, paint, remodel. But for the love of God, find another way than to milking it from researchers that are going there to get evidence. Some are enthusiasts, of course, but some are serious people going there to get some serious evidence. Make it to where it's not as hyped, to where it's not as publicized, because it gets trampled so much. But there were a lot of places. There were a lot of places I went to, a lot of things I experienced. You know, I've seen an apparition. I've been touched. I've been scratched. I've been burned. It's been an adventure. But it came to the point where it was all I did full time. I would go speak at different places. I would do this, do that. And it's all I did. It consumed me.
Mhm.
And I had to stop. I had to reassess myself and be at peace. So I retired. I retired from the field, still had my show, so I can still talk about it, still have fun with it, still learn. And there's times I go out and get my feet wet every once in a while, but it's nothing like what it used to be. Nothing at all. And then, you know, the rest is history. The rest just kind of snowballed into this damn station. This was an undertaking. This was something. This is my second one. The first one I had built was in Chicago, and I sold it for a profit because it fried me. I mean, it totally fried my brain. The host would come into this one, you know, and had the studio, the whole 9 yards. And it was just too much because at that time, the world just wasn't ready for paranormal. They weren't ready for this kind of discussion. And that saddened me because I wanted it. there were food shows on there and history shows and things, but nothing really paranormal. So I wanted to build a one-stop shop, and there's a lot of other stations out there as well, networks. But I do want to separate that we are a station, not a network. We do not take on other shows as filler. We don't rebroadcast. It's all live and original programming. That's what we strive on. That's what helps separate us from the rest. And the whole thing was just a labor of love. And it started out with 2 shows, and then just kind of kablam, just started adding and adding and adding and adding. And it got to the point where I needed help. So Mike Hatcher contacted me, asking if he can do anything around the station to help. And he helped with a few shows. He's back to his full-time gig now. But what's weird is how the show kind of exploded, and yet now it's down to a more manageable station. It's something I can run. It's something that I can put forth the right quality into the shows. It's freed up a little bit more of my time, which is good because I've got to practice my own damn self-care. I mean, I'm sitting in this chair for an ungodly amount of hours every day. And I do get up and walk around. I do, go see my neighbor, take some walks, things of that nature. I sleep. Some people ask, do you ever sleep? Yes, I sleep. Saturdays and Sundays, those are made for events. Those are events. Those are when I do the events and everything. So there's really no day off, but there's downtime. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I love it.
I feel all of that, I do, because that's where I'm at. Like you said, there's no downtime for me. April, this is what's weird is April, I have had no public events and 0 downtime. 0
Wow.
like off time. I haven't talked about this yet publicly either. This is completely, not confidential or anything, but for those of you who watch our show on YouTube, we have the mobile research vehicle, the van with the lights on the sides and the security cameras and all that. So it's gotten to the point where it's very small and there's so much crap in it that we can't use it. It's just not feasible. So I bought an RV, and it's a 91 POS RV.
Damn.
And, one of my friends here bought it to fix it and use it himself, and he worked on it for 2 years and still hasn't got it done. And he finally just bought a different one, same year, just bigger and more put together. And so I bought the old one that he had, and it still needs a lot of work. And right now I'm in the process of transferring all the equipment out of the old van into the new RV. So our goal is when we do private home investigations with clients, it's always, well, can we stay and watch the investigation? Can we participate? Yeah, but you're going to contaminate it. You're going to get in our way. You're going to do all this. And it's, letting a group of people that you don't know into your house is very hard. I wouldn't want just random people coming into my house, whether or not things are being thrown off a shelf or not. Even no matter how scared you are, letting somebody into your house is rough. So what the goal of this RV is, partially, besides, camping and doing the Bigfoot stuff and that, is when we go to a house, we run security cameras into the house, and you can sit in the RV and watch everything that's going on in the house.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is what we're working on right now. I've been working on it for the last 2 weeks, and it's coming along, but it's a slow process of all the wiring and electronics and everything that we already had this all in place in the van, but it was too small to let people go and sit in, and it just work. But now we have a table, we have, 2 bench seats, you have
Nice.
all that stuff in the RV and that, and so now we can pull it up to somebody's house, and it's more, I mean, it's an RV, it's not inconspicuous, but the van was conspicuous by, all the decals and our logo and stuff on it, and the RV is just going to have a tire logo on it. So
That's cool.
A lot less.
What a step up.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to taking that on the road and stuff. And it does have some mechanical issues. It needs a new transmission right now, I think. So
Nothing that can't be fixed.
Oh yeah. And it's a 91, so it's a lot more mechanical than electronical. So that's always nice too. But so that's
easier to fix.
A lot of my time. As I said with the other radio station, we've been working with that and getting that all set up. And then I have a lot of other projects with paranormal and caps coming, and it's a lot of stuff on my plate right now. And I know we have talked too about moving off of my day job and doing this more full time, and trying to set up all those side little hustles and gigs and trying to make this a full-time thing, so
it can be done, Barnaby. It can be done. You can do it. You've got the know-how. You've got the reach. It's just a matter of timing.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of big things coming for Caps and myself, and I can't talk about it yet because nothing's solid in the works, but
sure,
you're going to see a lot more, and I'm going to be a lot busier because right now, until it all gets off the ground, I have to do this and work 12 hours a day. And it's wearing me very, very thin right now. And
my prayers are with you, my friend.
Thank you, sir. All right, back to you, man. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jessica.
I want to ask you, I got 3 questions over here. You were talking about how, people were using the Sally House as more of like paranormal tourism and stuff. What are your thoughts on paranormal tourism in general, being that, you're letting people into this location that obviously had something tragic happen as to why these spirits are still there? Or maybe these people, maybe it's not tragic. Maybe they just live in this house and they love the house, but still you're inviting people into now their house to, can you light a light for me? Can you make a noise? Can you do this? And they're not there to, who are you? Why are you here? Is there anything we can do for you? Kind of situations. So what are your thoughts on paranormal tourism?
Paranormal tourism, I like it because it raises awareness. Okay, it brings people to the haunted locations, and normally 9 times out of 10, your paranormal enthusiasts aren't going to go in there and investigate it. But those that go in and investigate a heavily trafficked location, I think they leave footprints behind. They stir up activity, especially if the client still lives there and they allow the tours in the home. It could stir it up for them as well. If it depends on the team that goes in and how they handle it. Do they counsel the homeowner and say, look, we're just here to talk. We're not going to provoke. We're not going to insist that anything appears. We're not going to introduce it into this realm. We're just going to try and communicate with it or document it somehow. I think a tour like that would be very successful. But a tour with a bunch of people going in, flashing cameras and video cameras going around, it's going to scare the hell out of everybody around. I think they're just going to haul ass, to be honest with you. I mean, I wouldn't want to be around that stuff. So as long as you treat them like they're a human being, because they are, they're just disembodied, you're going to get a lot more with sugar than with vinegar, That's just the way it is. But I'm all for tours. I think they're cool. I love history. They teach a lot about the history, and a lot of the tours I've been on, they don't even go inside the location. That has to be pre-scheduled or what have you to do that. And I think those kinds of places should be left up to professionals. I don't think enthusiasts should go running around a haunted location. They can cause more damage than good, in my opinion.
Well put. Well put. On your note of your horse EVP,
Yeah.
I have one of our in Gettysburg. We actually recorded a horse on the Sox covered bridge.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was the first time that I got a horse, and that's in the episode. I think you can kind of hear it in the audio. It was kind of way off in the distance, but we heard it live on the bridge. I didn't hear it. I was doing an Estes session at the time, but my mom and our tour guide guy at the time, and then there were some other people working at the other end of the bridge. And
now, do you think that was residual, or do you think it had some kind of intelligence to it?
I couldn't tell you that.
Yeah.
I do know it was paranormal because earlier in the day we shot the drone up around the bridge, and there's no horses anywhere in the vicinity. So there's no
Interesting
ranch area or nothing. And that was the Sox covered bridge was used for transporting the army back and forth across the river there. And it actually was used as a field hospital for one of the armies as well. So that was very interesting.
Wow, what a combo.
This isn't out yet. This is going to be coming out next year, but because we're on the topic, I'll let you in on this.
Okay.
We were just down in South Carolina a couple weeks ago at the Hagood Mill Historical Site. And it was the 3-day festival down there, and we got to do paranormal investigations that night. And we were in the mill, the actual grinding mill. And we were standing in there, and I had headphones on with an audio recorder to listen live. And I hear a horse. And I looked up at everyone else that was standing there, and I said, "Did anyone else hear a horse?" And they all looked at me and went, "Yeah, there's a highway running next to this thing, and we're on the edge of water in this big water wheel building, and there ain't no horses on this property." To this day, there's a horse on audio. So twice now I have recorded horses. So cool.
And they're pretty common. They're pretty common.
Yeah, apparently. All right, here's my other question for you. So we were talking about EVPs and electronic voice phenomenon and stuff. Have you ever, since you say that's kind of what you specialize in and stuff with your research and that, have you ever gotten an EVP, or we'll call it a reverse EVP, where everybody there hears it, but it's not on any audio?
No, I have not. This has been everything that I've captured has been recorded. As far, you mean hearing that with a naked ear, the reverse meaning?
Yes, correct.
No.
Where you can hear it with your own ears, but you do not get it on any audio device.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, and how do you prove that?
It's a rarity. I think it's something that is meant for the individual, as if they're leaning into your ear and saying, "You're going to die in the barn tonight." Whatever they say, it's meant for you. Now, I have heard sounds, gunshots, for example, in an old opera house. One of the directors killed himself in there, right by the stage area. And at 3 a.m, we all heard the gunshot. It was plain as day. It was loud. It was horrible to hear. Nothing was captured on the recorder. And we had several going, digital, analog, you name it. Nothing was captured on the recorder. So that's what's weird. That's where the science comes in. Okay, sound travels at a couple hundred miles an hour. We should be hearing that instantaneously. And we did hear the gunshot. But the recorder, for some reason, must have some kind of mechanism to, I don't know, or they don't want it to be recorded. Maybe they manipulated the electronics, who knows? But it's such a strange thing hearing something and not having it recorded, because it should be loud enough to be recorded. And the same thing goes with film. You know, you will have footage of something and you swear it's pointed right at it. You can see it. And you play the film, it's not there. Mm-hmm. It's the strangest thing. Almost as if we're not supposed to know.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder if I don't want to dig more into that. I want to tell you my experience then, and we'll get back into the audio recordings there.
Sure.
So we were doing the bean snapper investigations, and it was myself, Ethan, and Ma, and we're all standing by the bar, and we heard a woman's voice coming from the back hallway, and all three of us heard it. We all turn and look on camera. You can see us react to this. We make a comment. Did you hear that? Yep. Okay, I heard it. Did you hear it? Yeah, I heard it too. There's a camera sitting in that back hallway. Each of us have a camera. So we have at least 4 cameras that I can remember offhand. Not one of them caught it.
Damn.
All 3 of us heard it. All 3 of us react. We all agree. Not one of our audio video devices recorded that sound. But it was a woman.
And why is that? I mean, that is what our credibility stands on. Is evidence. You know, it's almost as if we're not supposed to prove it. We're supposed to know, but we're not supposed to prove it to others. I don't know, because you can have the camera, you can take a picture, you can record, and these profound occurrences are never documented. For example, the collective apparition we all saw in the Sally house. All 3 of us saw it. We were all staring right at it. Didn't even think about whipping out a cell phone. Didn't even think about filming it in any way, shape, or form. It's because you're so stuck in the moment. Mm-hmm. You're so stuck in that moment, and it lasts such a little length of time. You don't think to grab your cell phone. You don't think to grab your recorder, mm-hmm. because that experience was just meant for you, I think.
That's why, like we talked about at the beginning, or actually maybe that was before we started the show, but having a GoPro, mm-hmm. recording 24/7, because you never know. People are like, well, do you delete any of that stuff? We were talking. For anybody that knows digital, like data, file storage and stuff, we were talking before we went on air today. I have 6 12 terabyte hard drives sitting right down here below me. And 4 of them are completely full of video, audio, data, and stuff from investigations, Bigfoot, paranormal, whatever. And people are like, well, why don't you get rid of it if there's nothing on there? But, for example, we go up to the Hayden Adventure for Bigfooting, and I can look back at years of, hey, Corey, I can look back at years of footage from the Hayden Adventure, and I can tell you every stick that's on that property that I've walked past. So when something shows up, when there's a new tree formation or a new corridor or whatever have you on that property, I can tell you when it appeared based mm-hmm. on my experiences on the property, when things happen and stuff. And you never know what you're going to need and what you don't. So
No.
I keep it all. I have 2 more coming in the mail today, so I will have 8 12 terabyte hard drives sitting down here.
You're never going to run out of space.
Yes, I will.
And if anybody's going to find the footage, it's going to be you. I have no doubt, because you are a go-getter out there in the field, and you know your stuff. You know your stuff. You know what you're doing. And there was years ago, I don't know if you're familiar with him. Oh my goodness, his name. I just had his name and it just slipped my mind. But he was always out in the field doing discovery expeditions and things for the Discovery Channel and all that good stuff. What's that?
It's Josh Gates.
Not Josh Gates.
Oh, I like Josh Gates.
But what had happened to him was somebody, it'll come to me in a minute. Tom Biscardi.
Okay.
Tom Biscardi. There was somebody that, with any cryptid, there's going to be somebody that wants to find the cryptid, be famous, and all this jazz. Well, this person had sent him in a photo of a supposed Bigfoot in a deep freezer. And he had spent an ungodly amount of money to get out there and do all the research, get all the tech teams signed, and all this stuff to get to analyze it, to dissect it, to see what it's all about. He gets there, and it's like a ghillie suit kind of thing, filled with pig guts. And these are the things that make the community look like complete idiots. And no one's going to take us seriously. And it goes with your community. It goes with the ghost community, the metaphysical community. There's always something out there bashing what we do so we don't get that one step closer. I think it's because they know we're close. We have to be close. There's too many people out there kicking ass and taking names, documenting, not to be close. So I don't know. I mean, I'm no conspiracy theorist, but I think we're close and people are trying to keep us away.
Yeah. That's weird, and now we're looking at, this whole AI era of manipulation. You can type, show me a picture of Bigfoot by the stream, and it'll show you this, amazing pictures and stuff of, and then you gotta trace it down, and here's the thing is, well, that stuff is really hard. I had somebody show me a really, really cool like dash cam footage of a Mothman recently. And I don't know if it was you telling you about this or somebody else, but I was like, I know that picture. I can't put my finger on it, but oh yeah. I'm gonna come back to that, Lee. But I ended up taking a screenshot of that, and I'm like, I know what this Mothman is from. It's from a TV show. It's CGI. And I ended up tracing back that exact footage and finding the video of it from the Monster Quest episode of Mothman.
Wow.
And people are circulating this image now that it's this dash cam footage and all that stuff. And it's like, all right. I want to get to these two, and then we can take a quick break here, and then we'll come back with a Q&A.
Sure.
Well, Melba Ketchum's DNA study is very interesting. Yeah. So Melba Ketchum, for anybody who's not familiar, she is a DNA and researcher that's done a Bigfoot DNA study a while ago. And it's pretty controversial, and I don't know. But she is currently, yes, Dr. Melba Ketchum, sorry. She is currently doing another one, and she has a Kickstarter now. I shared it on our the Cryptids Anomalies and Facebook, Cryptids Anomalies and the Paranormal Society's group chat. and you can help fundraise that. And she's actually doing DNA of not just Bigfoot, but Dogman and some other cryptids that are there. And I've actually reached out to her to coming on my show.
That'd be awesome.
So, hopefully she hasn't replied, but we'll see if she gets back to me and comes on the show, because I want to talk to her about that and her new work and stuff. So I have reached out to Dr. Melba Ketchum, and I'm friends with her on Facebook. She just doesn't want to talk to me. If you donate, you'll get access to, if you donate to the Kickstarter, you'll get early access and stuff to some of the studies. I will share that again on the Monday Morning Monsters Facebook page. So we'll see if I can get her on and stuff with that. What's Corey got to say here? For a while, I wouldn't mention anything about Bigfoot to anyone because of being afraid of being ridiculed and made fun of, but now I'll talk about it every day, not to worry about what people think or believe in. Yeah.
Amen, brother.
Absolutely. There was a lot of stigmatism. I mean, you see it in like the UFO communities and stuff of, people don't want to talk about it because of ridicule and thoughts and that. And now it's becoming a much more open topic to be able to talk about it. And, I get this all the time, when I walk up to people and I tell them, what I do on the weekends and that, and they're like, oh, you believe in Bigfoot? That's all a bunch of bull, or whatever. But in my house, the cabinet door's open and I have a poltergeist, well, that's okay. Or you tell them, well, I do paranormal research. There's no such thing as ghosts, or whatever. But this one time, I don't know what it was, but I was walking through this woods and there was this huge bear on his hind leg, just walked across the road in front of me. Okay. So the door swings both ways. Nobody wants to admit to everything, but they all have that upright bear story or the poltergeist activity in their house.
Never fails.
Flew off the wall one day when I was talking about her. Oh, what a coincidence, huh? Yeah.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. The train just rattled that picture off at just that moment. All right, man. Todd, you want to pull up a little ad here, and we will be right back with our Q&A.
Yeah, let's get her done. Okay. All right.
Want to see your video here? Sponsor WLTK-DB Talk Radio and watch us make that happen. With your paid sponsorship of $80, you receive a professional produced audio, video, and banner placement on our station. Not only does your sponsorship air during our live shows, but also replayed on our podcast and heard by hundreds of like-minded people. Visit WLTKDB.com to get started and find out just how hard we work to get you noticed.
There we go. So I put the link to the GoFundMe over there in the comments on Facebook of this. So hopefully that's the link. So the Dr. Melba Ketchum Genome Project. That's what's links over there. So if you're on Facebook, you can go check out the comments section of this video. So there you go. Todd, show and tell. What do you want to know? There's a lot of crap.
Anybody
in the comments want to see something? Now's your chance. I'll stand up.
I've been watching these shows and seeing some really cool stuff. One thing that catches my eye is that bottle in the lower left.
This?
Yes.
So, okay, so I can't talk about this yet. So,
okay.
I'll let it out there. I'll put this out there. So at the beginning of every show, we talk about On the Trail of Undiscovered Beasts on Paraflix, right? So there's another show that I'm editing, and it's going to be on I'm probably going to say it's going to be on Paraflix, and it is called Spirits of Macville, and it's all about the Bean Snapper building. So
nice.
This is part of the intro to that, and the whole logo is Cap's Spirits of Macville, and it has like the Bean Snapper stuff down here, and yeah, all that. So that's what this is.
It's so cool.
It is a prop from the intro video to that. Let me see. Let me see if I can show you.
Lee wants you to put on the safari hat.
Wants me to put on the safari?
Do you have one?
Yeah, it's back there.
It's right there. I see it.
Literally right above my head. I'll get that in a second. All right, hang on. I gotta pull this up. No, I don't want to do that. What am I doing here? I just want to this one? Yeah. There we go. Okay. So the world premiere, I'll go get the safari hat and I'll put it on when we come back. But here is the world premiere here. There you go.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to
Here's the model. There you go.
Love that.
So that's Macville. This hat does
That was
not
awesome.
way too big for my head. Way too big. Sorry. There you go.
That was awesome.
Thank you. So that's where I spent a lot of weekends for quite a while at yeah, I was worried. I didn't know if you could hear the music or not. So
Yeah, you can hear the music.
yeah, that is Spirits of Macville. That is the documentary series that'll be coming out on Bean Snappers, the Gainers Tavern. So, and that, sir, is what the bottle is for. Custom made just to be set down on the table to put the logo on for the episode.
What a story. That's pretty cool.
Awesome. All right, what else? Anything else back here? We got a lot of crap.
All right. Now up there,
Yep.
let's see. It's up on the top shelf on the far right. It's a white.
This?
Nope. Over. It looks like it's got handles on it. There you go.
This?
You're pointing right at it. Yes.
This?
Yes. That's a coffee cup?
Yep. One of our team members, Barb Post, made this. It's Don't Make Me Whoop You.
I love coffee cups. I collect the shit out of them. I love them.
I think she's still got some of these left. She'll have them at the Marinette Menominee Bigfoot and Paranormal Convention. And then my mom makes these. He's a little stress ape. You can squeeze him.
Little stress ape.
So he sits up on top of the coffee mug too. There you go.
What is your oldest thing you have on there?
That I
Footprint.
as far as older that I've had the longest.
That you've had the longest.
I would say it's probably Steve. I've had this in my basement for quite a while before I did caps. This is an alien in a jar.
Whoa.
I got him at a rummage sale or a flea market, but he is from the American UFO and Sci-Fi Museum in Wisconsin Dells.
Holy cow.
But I've never even heard of that, so it's been a long time. It's made by Don Post, who does a lot of the haunted house props and stuff. And it's labeled 2000, copyright 2000. So he's not that old, but that's probably the thing I've had the longest up there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite piece up there, Barnaby? Your most cherished. That's a tough one.
That's a tough one, yeah. There's a lot of stuff up here.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff up there.
I'll give you a couple here. These are the ones that I most like, I guess, care about or whatever, but oops. I have a lot of coffee mugs up here. This one's from Champ, Port Henry. Well, I suppose I can bring it over. This one they sent me after coming on the show.
Oh, cool.
So that was from the Champ store. I got that one. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. I got Bigfoot Country here. This talks about like the history of the Patterson-Gimlin footage on the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Bigfoot Country on the front. And then it has the Gettysburg Address stuffed in the top of it from when we went to Gettysburg. All right, so we'll go in order here. This is, according to YouTube, this is a Chupacabra handprint.
A Chupacabra handprint.
Yep.
That looks wicked.
Yeah. So I don't know, but that's what it's labeled as. And it's very interesting. It doesn't have like the pads and stuff that like another, it's hard to see. There's not enough.
You can see it. You can see the details pretty good.
Yeah. It's got one big pad and 4 toes and claws. It doesn't match any like cat or anything. So I've kind of looked into that, but I don't know what it is, but it's supposed to be a chupacabra. I have a compass signed by Josh Gates.
Whoa.
Yeah. I have a lot of Josh Gates stuff because Josh Gates is cool. I like
Yo,
laughing.
yeah.
I got to meet him. I got my picture taken with him. He was in Milwaukee. This is the Nutella cast. Nutella being, like peanut butter Nutella kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I am not saying that President Abraham Lincoln was a Sasquatch. He was a wrestler, though. Abraham Lincoln was a wrestler. So there you go.
He was big enough to be one, that's for sure.
That's true. So this, you heard of like footprints and handprints and stuff like that. The Nutella cast is actually 3 fingers that were left in a Nutella jar that were scooped out by what they believe was a Bigfoot.
Wow.
So that's what it was. And this I actually got from Cliff Barrickman. I traded him this for one of my handprints. So I actually have a handprint cast that I got from Rhinelander, Wisconsin, and a footprint cast that I got from the Hayden Adventure that we cast ourselves. And he traded me for his museum a copy of the Nutella cast for the other ones.
Very, very cool.
That's my Nutella cast.
Nutella cast, that'd be rare. Extremely rare, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, how many times do you get fingerprints out of a peanut butter jar from Bigfoot?
I've never heard of it.
This is a chunk of coal. That's all it is. It's a chunk of coal that we picked up at the coal mine in it's in Benham, Portal 31 in Kentucky. We went down there and did a paranormal investigation down in the coal mine. And this is just a chunk of coal that we picked up that was laying around up there. So that's what that is.
That's a big chunk.
Yeah, it is. It's very light, though.
Is it?
Yeah, very light.
Seems dense.
No, it's very light. And then this, for anybody that watches our episodes, this rock is the rock that is featured in the Kentucky Bigfooting episode with Turtle Man. Don't bring stuff back. So that's a very good point. Don't bring stuff back. That piece of coal was not from the coal mine. It actually was across the street in the woods in a pile of coal. So it's not specifically from the coal mine, but it's from the area. So it's, yeah. We actually were at Gettysburg, and there was somebody that took a rock from Gettysburg, and the state patrol came and took the rock back and wouldn't let them take it. So yeah, we don't take things like that. But
good practice.
This though, well, we did take this, but this wasn't haunted. This, if you watch the episode, Turtle Man picks this up because it's laying on top of the grass. It's clean. It didn't have like a dirty side to it. So it wasn't like part of the ground. It hadn't been there a long time. This was picked up and thrown. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but right here, you see this like darker area on it?
Is that where it landed?
No. What we think that is possibly blood from a deer.
You need to get that analyzed.
Yeah. It's part of the rock. It's not dirt. It's like stained in there. But yeah, I've tried like black light on it and it doesn't really do much. And blood should stand out in the black light. So I don't know if it is or not. But in the episode, that's kind of what we're talking about it being. It's a very sharp corner here as well, which Turtle Man believes they used to throw this like as a kill stone, basically.
A kill stone. Get you some luminol.
Luminol?
Yeah, it's called luminol, and you spray it on there, and it makes the blood glow in the dark.
But then I would have to ruin it. So
Yes.
yeah, I don't know. It makes a good story. It's an interesting piece, but this is the actual rock from the episode. So
That's pretty damn cool.
that's my other piece that's up there. So anything else? I got one other thing that I want to talk about. Otherwise, if there's anything up here that you want to see, or
What else you got?
not many people have heard this story either yet. This are the arms off of my drone.
What?
So these are the original arms off of my my drone that we use for research and my thermal drone. I got the opportunity last year to go out to Utah for Phenomicon. And while we were out there, I got to go on the property, not the property that is next to Skinwalker Ranch.
Whoa.
Yeah. So they offer UTV tours of the mesa because Skinwalker Ranch does not own the entire mesa that's shown on the episodes. So they take you up on that property. You look straight down over the mesa. And let me see if I can pull this up here. So they take you up on the mesa and let you look down at the nope. Why can't I find it? Okay, well, I can't show you that. Sorry. But I have pictures, but I don't have them on my computer, obviously. But they let you go up on the mesa, and it's going to be coming out. I think it's going to be part of the UFO series that we're putting out this summer. And I actually have an investigation from the neighbor property of Skinwalker Ranch. It's the UFO Valley UTV tours.
Wow.
And they let you come out there. You can camp on their property. They have a little camp there and stuff. And they asked me if I had a drone. And I said, yeah, but I'm not going to put it up. I'm not going to, spy on Skinwalker Ranch and stuff and all that. And they said, no. What we want is if you can put your drone up and take video footage of our campground for us, take some pictures of the area and stuff. I said, I can do that, because, they let me come out there and set up all my equipment and everything. So, it's the whole Utah basin there is pretty much, effed. So I knew going into this that, that drone wasn't coming back.
Right.
And I was well aware of it. I knew that was going to do it. And so I sent the drone up. I got all the video footage that they wanted. And I was bringing the drone back. And I mean, you can hear the drone. It's got this buzzing, bee or hornet sound going to it. And all of a sudden it got quiet. And I turned around just in time to watch the drone drop 400 feet out of the sky.
Oh.
So these are the wings or the arms of the drone. That's all that's left of the arms. They're pretty much smashed. I had to put all new arms on them. The drone itself lived. It works. It still works and everything. But these are the 4 arms. I mean, one, you can see this one is completely busted off. There isn't even an arm left
that's
on
broke.
it. But those are the original 4 arms for my drone. So
Wow.
nice little wooden case here so that I can show them off to people.
What a cool story. Holy cow.
Yeah, everything back there's got some story or other to it. But yep, all my books, most of them are all autographed. All the people that I've met or seen and stuff. And anything else? I'm in the way.
Not that I can see. You showed me the skull.
Yeah, that's a Barusa, oh my gosh, Barusa pig skull. I used to have it behind me in my old set.
Yeah.
It's plastic. But you can go to like Target and stuff and buy the different animal skeletons and stuff. And this one's actually a Barusa pig skull. And it's very unique. And I don't know why the heck they made it as a toy, but the horns actually come out and curve back onto the pig's skull. There's only a couple zoos in the US that have them, but I always thought it was neat, so I bought one of them.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I got a werewolf skull there too.
So many things that you've collected over the years.
Oh yeah, or been given to me. This is
Or given.
Calvin Parker autograph. He saw a UFO and an actual alien being come down. Dustin Schruda, one of my guests on my other show, as well as he's part of the new UFO documentary we're putting out this summer. He got me that. This kind of hard to dig out, but this is actual. I'll pull it out. If anybody in the comments wants to see something or know what it is, let me know too. This is Thunder, the stunt double Bowie knife from Turtle Man.
Holy cow.
This is an actual copy. I bought this from him. So this is the actual knife that he carries around.
Wow.
On the Wild Man. And yeah, this is Thunder.
Now that's a knife.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a big boy. But he carries this around. This is what he uses for, like a machete in the woods and everything. And I mean, that's as long as my forearm here.
You could do some serious damage with that.
What's a hunting knife? I mean, that's what it is. Yep. So when we filmed the episode with him, that's on our YouTube and stuff, we spent the whole day with Turtle Man. That's where that rock is from. We got this, or I got this. Super nice guy. If you ever get a chance to meet Turtle Man, he actually saw a Bigfoot when he was younger. He was on Finding Bigfoot about it. Did an episode with them, and he actually has a whole YouTube series called something Bigfoot. I can't remember what it is now.
It'll come to you.
You can look at Turtle Man's Facebook and stuff, and he does a lot of events and does a lot with Bigfoot. So that's Thunder.
That is really cool. So much cool stuff behind there. I mean, it's it's an awesome backdrop.
Oh. Let's see. Sasquatch GQ energy drink.
Sasquatch. Yeah, I've heard of that. Jason Arthur.
Yep. You got that. Shout out to
Sasquatch
Shannon
GQ.
Watt. She does Sasquatch GQ magazine, sponsored by the energy drink right there. Got that in Michigan. Trying to see if there's anything else somebody's given me here that I gotta shout out. I know if I forget something, somebody's gonna be mad, but so much stuff.
There's so much stuff.
If you watch Expedition Bigfoot, this is Scout, the Russell Accord has him strapped to his backpack. He is Sasquatch.
Oh, wow. That is so cool.
So this is the famous one from the show, but there's actually 4 different ones, and I bought that one from Russell a couple years ago, and then I'm running out of cord with my headset here. This is the Yeti. This one's signed by Russell.
Oh, nice.
And these were the only 2 that he had, because there's actually a whole bunch of different ones on the back here.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the only 2 that he sold. So I actually got him to, I told him I was going to see him at another event, and I asked him if he could get me the other ones. So he actually got me the Hellhound and the Rougarou. So I got all these from Russell Accord from Expedition Bigfoot.
Wow.
So that's the, can you see that?
Those are all signed?
The Yeti's signed. The rest of them got me, but they're the rest of the series. And then the Hellhound is back behind it here. It's the Hellhound.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, thank you, Russell, for getting those.
Wowzer.
Awesome.
He hooked you up.
Yeah. Russell's a great guy. I really like Russell. He's very fun. He's very serious on the show because it's life and death, but he's a very comical guy in person when you see him, and he's a lot of fun. So, ta-da! That's the pile of stuff behind me.
That was awesome. Mystery solved. All this time I've been wondering what a lot of that stuff was. Now I know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and the rest of these guys, I don't want to pull them all over here. I'd show you with my camera, but it lags out when I pick it up, so it doesn't. It doesn't work. Otherwise, I'd just pull the camera over there and show you. But yeah, that's what it is. So, anything else you want to see in the comments? Let me know. Anything else, Todd?
No, I mean, I am fulfilled. I am satisfied.
Oh, very cool. So yeah, that's my wonderful pile of stuff behind me. So I have a whole wall over here of autographed pictures as well, but you can't see it because they're on this side, and I have autographs over there. Well, I really like this. I'll show you this last thing. I got this at CryptidCon last 2 years ago. You've seen the Washington crossing the Delaware painting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the cryptids version of that.
Look at that.
You got everybody from Mothman, Bigfoot, Chupacabra, the Van Meter Visitor, Goatman, Goblins, Brexy. Ooh, even a Hodag back here.
There's a Hodag.
Yep. So that hangs over on this wall. So
that is so cool.
Ta-da. All right. Well, that's all I got.
That was a lot, my friend. That was a lot.
There's a lot of stuff here. So, and that's just the stuff you can see on camera. I have a lot of other crap. I mean, I literally have casts just sitting off screen here.
just an arm's reach.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff randomly around, but yeah, man, I have to get to work now. But so
do your thing.
Any other questions in the comments? If there's something else what is that?
I hit the wrong button.
Todd's hitting buttons. Yeah, man. So I appreciate it. I appreciate everything, man. And next week we have Amy Boo coming on, and then Ken Gerhard. So a couple weeks coming.
It was great being on here. Thank you so much, Barnaby. You're going to be missed, my friend.
Absolutely. It was good to finally get you on. So I've always mean to have you on and have our little Q&A here. So
it was fun. I couldn't ask for a better show. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you. So, all right. Well, until next time, guys, I am Barnaby. Todd, my amazing guest and the host and producer here. Go over and check out Todd's book, Haunted Voices, correct?
Yep, The Haunted Voice. It's on sale, $10, $15 for hardback. I lowered the prices on for you.
And where can people get that?
ToddMichaelBates.com, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple Books, you name it.
Very cool. Very cool. And your show is on Sunday night, right?
Yeah, I've got a show, Haunted Voices, on Friday nights at 10, and then the producer show is Sunday nights at 8.
Awesome. So there you go. Same time, same network. Todd Bates.
Same time, same network.
A lot more. But as for me, I got to get to work. So I will see you all next week. Todd, awesome talking to you. Love you, man. Can't wait to see what the future holds for you and everybody else here. So
you too.
Awesome. We'll see you out there, guys.
The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTK-DB.com.